Hey Sagittarius, thanks for joining me for this, which is your reading for this full moon in Taurus on the 19th. Partial lunar eclipse, a kind of progression from that new moon in Scorpio. And do check out your other, your ascendant, all of that, Venus, Jupiter, your moon, if you know what they're in, cross watches, of course. Always welcome, and thanks for joining me. So we've got your cards out, Sagittarius. I do see or hear a sort of make or break time in some ways without like a huge amount of pressure, because we're living in times where it can be difficult to plan ahead, but it doesn't mean that we don't have particular goals, but just sometimes the timing isn't quite right. But you are hearing the call of something here that, and there is a movement, of quite a quick movement towards that, whatever it is for you. These are really general readings, so keep that in mind. They're not always going to resonate, but if they do, that's great. So take it as it comes. Overarching energies, atmospheres around you, what you're picking up on, the general kind of, spider senses. Here we have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is really, sometimes we can be confronted by our habitual default patterns. That's in behaviour in relation to particular people in our lives. We can be kind of aware of that and realise how often we are on a sort of in a defence mode a lot of the time, because this Nine of Wands is really about that. You see the central wand, we have four here, the 8, which is about speed and swiftness and communication. But we have this central wand, which seems to be stopping that flow a wee bit, restricting it, resisting it. So we're aware of the resistances or the limitations within ourselves or around us at this time. It's nice to realise these things, from an objective point of view, if we can get ourselves into that objective point of view. Your choice is, and I do see you understanding this, because in the choice position we have the 8 of Wands. Speed, action, it's a great Sagittarian trait. Speed, getting things moving. Specifically the 8 really is about new information as well. So you may well be, studying or absorbing all this new info. Could be, it could be in any field or in any area of life, work, social life, home life, anything. But you're certainly choosing this option to hear the call, is what I get, is to hear the call. Now, there are the limitations. Speaking of limitations, seems to be a theme. Overcoming limitations seems to be a theme. Karmically, whatever it happens to be, just basic 3D things in your life, overcoming those. Anyway, traits for ease, we have the moon. Maybe some things will be revealed. Maybe you're coming to understand aspects within yourself. Your strengths, strengths. We're not always talking about aspects which hold us back. We're speaking of strength here. Strength, there are elements of unknowing sometimes which can be beneficial. I don't know where that comes from, but so we have the moon. We will clarify, as we always do. Moving forward, could you not have it any better than this? We're talking wands here, and you've chosen this. I do see this connection. The ace is a gift that comes down from Kita through the crown. We're talking divine stuff here. We're talking those wonderful, things that sort of can happen in life, that we're just presented with something. We need to see it and give it form. This is great vitality and creativity. Are you ready to run with the ball here? Because you are. It's pretty interesting, Aquarius. So let's go through and clarify. At the end, I have Kim Cran's Animal Spirit card face down and a Journey Map card face down. So we'll pull those up, see if they relate to this reading at all. So let's have a look at the 9 of Wands and your overarching energies. We have the card of the 5 of Cups here. Look, there are times where you don't want to be too hard on yourself. Look, we understand disappointment. We've experienced it many times. We always know that that as we focus on the 3 spilt cups, that there are 2 full ones behind us. We understand this. Maybe you have a sense that you've disappointed yourself, but or maybe, but it's figuring out what's important to you and what isn't really. I mean, it's just like, and whatever decision that is, you make it and you move on with it. We have the 7 of Wands here. It's a very wandy reading. 7 of Wands, standing up for what you believe in, your principles. We don't want to be too heavy-handed. I think you might be being a bit hard on yourself, or your environment at the moment has been a bit hard on you, Sagittarius. So position of choice with this 8 of Wands moving through really swiftly. Can we have the 8 of Wands, please? Oh, wow. That just went everywhere. Hang on a minute. Oh, okay. Hang on a minute, Sagittarius. I'm just going to have to get down on the floor and pick these up. Okay. Oh. Oh, golly. Okay, so look, that was just too, like, here, in your face, kind of. That was the real in your face moment. So all those, practically the whole deck just flew off the table. We're looking at choice here, right? We have 2 cards that come out face up. All the others were just all over the floor. Sagittarius, we have the Knight of Cups. This is position of choice, remember, here. So maybe we're being a bit hard on ourselves. Maybe we're just, things haven't worked out the way that, something hasn't worked the way that you planned it to. Or the environment at the moment is just, there are just other distractions for you actually. But you are about to just, you've heard the call, as I said, you've heard a call of sorts and you're moving with that. There's just a heaviness in the atmosphere at the moment. So position of choice, Knight of Cups, an offering, an emotional offering. Again, we have the 8 of Wands. This is going with it. You're going with it, right? So there may well be a difficult decision that's been put on hold or whatever it is in relation. This could be in relation to anything here. But your choice is really to go with. And we get the 3 of Wands. More Wands. It's all about your will center. It's all about making choices expressing those choices out into the world. We have the Three of Wands. We're on a journey. We have a break. We know where we're going. We've been working away, walking along on this for a long time. Traits for ease at this time. We have the moon. There's a softening here with the moon. There's a softening. Whatever this is about for anyone out there, we get the two. So traits for ease, you know what you've got. You know your resources on a very simplistic level. You know your resources. You're looking out over your kingdom here. We have this moon again. I mean, I do see that. I say a softening. There's a softening of something. A small offering. I'm just going to speak in metaphor. A small offering. An understanding here. We get the Nine of Wands yet again. We're just doubling up on wands. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not all or nothing, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. Small progressions here. I do see it as some kind of journey. A journey, internal, whatever. Journey on foot, journey on mule. Who knows? But it's a journey. You can't be too hard on yourself here, right? That's just what I get. Moving forward with the Ace of Wands, we get that big, great, beautiful thing coming to us after. Oh, it's just like, yeah, doubling up cards left, right and centre. We get this gorgeous gift coming in after. I said after. Well, after choosing to be left out in the cold. We get the Five of Discs here and the moon again. Lack mentality. We all know what the Five of Discs is about. It's about choosing less, hiding behind the door when they're giving out smiles. You know, all of that stuff, right? All of that stuff. We're over it. We're over it. As one is just like, I don't know, there might be Sagittarius out there. There may well be many that are discovering some amazing new things after going to, I don't know, to see natural healer, a therapist, any kind of modality. You may have discovered some things about yourself, about your motivations, what drives you, what you feel you need to carry as your burden, and overcoming that. Burdens or burden, overcoming that. It does feel to be a time when we've been faced with a lot of demons, maybe, on a personal level. I'm talking your head. Anyway, beautiful Sagittarius. You're cruising through this. There's an understanding within these cards. Anyway, let's just have a look. Journey map. These are face down, this funny wee face. The questioning is all about extending your repertoire, extending your what you see to be. You know, we all know the predictable, all right, I'm going to do it this way. This is all about the Nine of Wands, which is here twice. This sort of default reactions, robotic. The questioning is about stepping out of that, asking new questions in a very simple way, asking new questions. Suddenly, what lies before you are not the predictable solutions. We don't always have to have a solution anyway. It's just a wealth, a banquet of a collection of whole new, vast potentials is what the questioning is about, asking different questions. Wow. And, you know, this just so reminds me of, I don't know, just even the moon, but this ace, you know, we've got this golden egg. There's a fear, I suppose, the golden egg's been sitting there for a long time. I mean, it's like we covet that because it's a treasure. It's precious. We covet it. And sometimes we don't want to, I mean, I am thinking of an Easter egg here, you know, like when you're a kid, there's this golden Easter egg, but you have to wait, you know it's there, but you have to wait till Easter before you can peel it open and munch on it. And then it's like you've had it, you've eaten it, it's gone. Was it satisfying? I don't know. Do we keep it at a distance, this beautiful golden egg? Or do we sort of consume it? Is that the choice? Or are there many other possible outcomes and potentialities to this egg? I don't know. What do we get with Harlequins and stars? We get inspired and enjoy. Well, this is interesting, and it could well be for a specific Sagittarian out there. Hope you got something out of it. I'm just going to pull a Brian Froud fairy card for lovely Sagittarius. Okay, so, you know, and it may well be a sort of love, you know, romantic love connection, or your connection with life in general, you know, your life force, how you're feeling about that. Do you feel vital? Do you not? Do you feel depleted? What is it? We have Faf the Footer to begin with, on and off energy, not fully grounding here. It is just the way it is. It is what it is, for want of a better term. We're bzzed on, bzzed off, bzzed on, bzzed off. There's a sort of current flowing through here, life force, fairy that was kissed by the pixies, all about being infused, all about that rush of vitality, of feeling loved and being able to express that out to the world. And it's just love, you know. It doesn't have all these sort of attachments to it. It is what I hate that term. That's what it is. I don't like, hate's a bit strong. I don't like that term, but this infusion of life force, right? So we're sort of, we know our golden egg. We're aware of our 9 of Wands. And we have the questioning. And we've been offered this beautiful ace. You know where you're going, Saggies. So thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of that. And we'll see you next time. Do check out the other readings. They can be quite insightful. Okay. Ka kite, bye.